We all know the importance of breathing for singing, right? But what if you could breathe for vocal stamina and vocal power? Hey divas! In today's video, we're talking about breathing exercises, but not your regular breathing exercises or the reasons for which we may do breathing exercises in singing. We want to use breathing as a way to help develop very powerful singing. Now, most of us already know how important breathing is for singing. For every single singer, you want to have some kind of foundational knowledge in breathing techniques and vocal exercises that involve breathing. Proper, correct breathing can naturally help enhance your vocal skills, your vocal power, endurance, and stamina. And of course, we know the diaphragm. Diaphragm, diaphragm, diaphragm. We're always hearing diaphragm. The diaphragm is the key muscle involved in helping us to get this correct, perfect, powerful breathing. So let's talk about diaphragmatic breathing, since this is the key muscle involved. Do you know where your diaphragm is? Because some people have no clue where it's really situated. It's just under the breastplate or the breastbone, the area where you breathe into and you feel expanding if you have to take a big, large, deep inhale. An easy beginner-friendly exercise you can do is to lay on your back, and most people will naturally breathe using their diaphragm when they're lying down on the back. That way you can get accustomed to the feeling, stand up, and then try and recreate that feeling. Or if you would like to sit down in a chair, what you can do is lean forward and gently place your hands along your rib cage, or you can place them on your knees, like elbows on your knees. And as you take a few deep breaths, you should feel your rib cage sort of expanding, almost like a ring around your body. These kinds of exercises also help to get you accustomed to the feeling of where exactly the diaphragm is. Simply taking nice, long, deep inhales is going to naturally help to cultivate that diaphragm muscle to get stronger and kind of tweaked up a bit. Most of us in general have very shallow breathing, especially if we're not concentrating or we're just really busy on something. The first thing that tends to go is our correct breathing. So most of us, for most of the time, are not actually practicing deep breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. That's why you'll find when you actually do these kinds of exercises from not being used to breathing correctly, you can tend to feel a bit lightheaded, or on the positive side, your concentration may increase. There's a whole list of benefits that come with taking in more oxygen into the body. Another common term used is belly breathing. So it's very similar to diaphragmatic breathing. They're very small, inconsequential differences, but we'll leave that for now. The main thing is that you're taking in these nice, big, deep inhales. And what you can do to make it a proper exercise would be to just hold and release the breath at different points with different increments of time. For example, I teach beginner students to do 4 seconds on, 4 seconds off, or 4 seconds on, 6 seconds off. And after you master that beginner exercise, you can go on to not just expand the numbers, but you can also hold and release more frequently in between the sequences. If you want to have a powerful singing voice, remember to practice these simple, easy exercises for some real vocal power. Once you get used to doing more of these exercises, you will feel for yourself how the deep belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing actually contribute to having a lot more vocal power, vocal stamina, and overall sounding more powerful when you sing. Now, whilst we may talk about these deep inhales, these deep belly breaths, and the rib expansion, it's important not to go overboard where you're going to find then that your abdomen tends to tense up when you are singing. We don't want that either. If you're getting too confused when it comes to these different exercises, the best advice I give students that are too nervous and meticulous is to just relax, totally relax, breathe naturally, and just try and let your singing voice flow. Sometimes when we get too caught up on those minor details, we have a tendency as humans to then do these exercises incorrectly. So you definitely just don't want to overthink anything either. Now there is one fun exercise, fun but effective at the same time, exercise that I would just like to show you guys while we're talking about this type of breathing that we want to do here and for the reasons we want to achieve it, to develop more power and stamina with our vocals. It's called the hissing exercise. You may have heard of it. This exercise helps to strengthen the diaphragm muscles as well as your intercostal muscles as well. To give you a basic example, it would sound like what you can do with that hissing sound is extend the period of time for which you do it. You can also try doing it from a higher or a lower range. This is where it gets really fun. But even if you can't do those, just doing the basic hissing exercise will help to strengthen your diaphragm muscle. If you want more exercises like lip trills, for example, which are very common and well known, be sure to check out some of the other videos I've done on more detailed ways of doing these exercises. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're really enjoying my content, you can go ahead and turn on the notification bell. I just don't want you to miss a thing. And this way, you'll never miss an upcoming video. Now, it's homework time. So for your homework, I would like you to pick a song. Any song that you like, okay? Just songs that we enjoy are more fun to work with. What you're going to do is analyze the breathing aspect in the song. I actually did this quite by mistake when I was little. I remember back in the day where we had cassette players where you could fast forward and rewind and pause a song. So playing around with that and trying to record some of my own vocals, listening to a song, I heard the increments where the singer would take in a big deep breath before she sang out the next line of the song. And I thought, wow, this is just so interesting. Usually when you hear the song just playing and you're, bopping to it and enjoying the song, you don't hear that. But if you sit and listen closely, you will actually hear those breaks where they go and sing out the rest of the song in the microphone. Those are the increments of those inhales, those big deep inhales that I want you to now become aware of when you're listening to a song. So you are going to be analyzing how breath control is applied in actual songs. Maybe break down specific passages of the song where you can see or hear rather it required more breath control. Then when you're doing your own recording sessions for your own voice, keep a lookout or ear out for that as well. See how you are managing your own breath in the songs that you sing, and especially during those challenging vocal sessions. Now this, as well as constant practice, is really going to help to build your vocal stamina for that powerful singing we all want to achieve. In the comment section, let me know what were your findings. Did you hear anything interesting from other vocalists, other singers, compared to your own voice? Have you maybe picked up some areas that you can hear you need work on? Comments, questions, conversations, I love to hear all of your beautiful feedback. For those of you who'd like to go even further in your singing journey, I encourage you to check out the brilliant course that I have put together for you. It's called Learn How to Sing, Vocal Training, and it takes you through all the way from beginner to intermediate and then to advanced level vocal training. So no matter which level of vocal ability you may be on, you will benefit. You can really transform your vocals and build your self-esteem. Details in the description box below. In my next video, let me know what specifically you'd like me to teach on. I'm open to all your comments and questions. Maybe we could even do another Q&A, put that all together and then share it with everyone here for us all to learn. As always, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you again in that next video. Until then, my beautiful divas, stay awesome.